I'm Bartling, and I certainly hope that you and yours are today going to enjoy a sunnier, warmer day. Well, I thought before I take off and go play racquetball that I would share with you. Because you know, the older I am, the more that I think. And I was thinking of a word that popped up that I heard on a discussion. And the word was this: integrity. Integrity. When I say integrity, what do you think? Maybe you think of a person, they have integrity. Some adjectives of that would be high morals. Yes, they are. They're a person of integrity. Also, maybe you hear it tags along with that. A person with integrity, they're honest. They're a person of integrity. You know, this group that I'm going to be playing racquetball with, we've played racquetball for over probably 17 years. And integrity is there. We can count on each other that we're going to be there. If we say we're not, then we know. But otherwise, they're going to be there. Early in the morning as it is, they will be there. And we're going to play our best, and we're going to have fun. Integrity. On hearing that word, I reflected on maybe one of the first times that I heard it in a sentence. And it did not apply to a person, but to a thing. You see, when I was getting ready to go to college, kind of out of high school, I worked for a while before I went to college. And in doing so, I worked for a little manufacturing plant right there in that little bitty town in northeast Nebraska of Walt Hill, Nebraska. You see, part of the business development that the Omaha Indian Nation did was they did a joint agreement with a manufacturing plant in Sioux City, Iowa. And they agreed that they would then build a plant, a structure, and then that organization in Sioux City, Iowa would put the wherewithal to do what? They would make hydraulic cylinders. Make hydraulic cylinders. Yeah. Think of maybe contracting particular machinery, excavating. They all developed and use and can move tremendous amounts of weight by hydraulics. And this little plant in a little town of Walt Hill, Nebraska, made these hydraulic cylinders from scratch. Now, when I joined the organization, I was put in one particular department that was more of a piecemeal. You took some raw material and you made some of the parts, the glands and so forth, for the hydraulic cylinder. Well, after a while, maybe it wasn't fitting my particular talents. So they had a particular department that, with my analytical nature, he was going to fit right in. You see, the department that I was in charge of was I would take the rod itself, that rod that goes up and down. Well, if you look at that rod, you're going to see that it is chrome plated. And it's from that chrome plating that I was responsible for. I would hang the rods on a particular long beam. And on that beam, then, I would have to calculate the weight and the length of each one of those rods. And from that, I had a little formula and used a little calculator. You remember those Texas Instruments? That's a little calculator that I had. And I would calculate how long it would take, because the electrolysis of putting the chrome on that steel then took different phases. And I had to give them baths at different times, depending on the length of the rod and how much that it weighed. Well, in my early stages, I totally miscalculated. And my supervisor then pointed out to me that if they would have used that, it had a degraded integrity. Its completeness wasn't there. So we had to scrap it. It didn't take me long to understand that I was responsible for the integrity of that rod, and that rod had many, many uses all over the world. And The organization, along with the people using the machinery, were counting on me to have its completeness. You see, integrity there was used as the word completeness, the totality of it. And believe me, folks, I did not have any scraps after that. I learned how to take my time, do my calculation, and, measure twice, cut once type of a concept there, so that we could maintain the integrity of that. That old plant was called Omaha Line Hydraulics. And from that, I learned that integrity is more than applying to a person as it can be than even a piece of steel. But it all comes full compass on what the integrity means. Let me ask you, how's your integrity? How's your completeness? What are some things maybe that you think could be added to start to complete your integrity? And until we talk again, I want you to know that I'm rooting for you. Yes, I am, because we are in this together. And until then, I want you to understand, I know of a group that has that integrity. You bet. Because blessed are they who ease the pain of misfortune, for they shall be called insurance agents. You take